Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Yommi, and welcome back to the big Phase 3 of Ashes of Creation's Alpha 2 test. We're here with Falco and my good friend Ren that I haven't played with in a very long time since early Phase 2. And right now, we're running through the starter zone up here in the Anvils. I'm playing as a fighter, finally. I've been very vocal about how much I miss the fighter. I got the name Yommi. Everything is off to an incredible start. The only problem is I lost about 40 minutes of footage. It's 11:42 a.m. and it's been an incredibly rocky start for me, and I'm kind of down in the dumps. I got a new graphics card, tweaked some settings, did an undervolt. Apparently MSI Afterburner is not friendly, and Riva Tuner is also very not friendly with OBS. Oh, this is the elevator part, so God, I missed the lift. Hold up. But yeah, apparently tweaking some settings messes up OBS. It's a very unexpected interaction, but luckily someone on the forums was able to help me solve it just to get some footage going. This is a very patchwork solution. This is not even a problem. I gotta figure it out later on in the video, but right now I need to get the early game footage rolling. You can see they added the nice little like gear system to the elevator. Before it was just a floating platform, so there's been a lot of polish work. If you haven't been playing the PTR, hold on, this is the quest right here, isn't it? Sorry if the audio is a bit loud. Like I said, I'm gonna try to polish it. I just need to get moving here. Golly, 42 minutes in the starting zone is an abysmal start, and they already launched the game an hour late. But yeah, if you haven't been playing the PTR, let me heal all these people, apply some healing salves. Then this is it. I wish I could have showed you the actual star zone, because it's a huge tree room, but all that footage is just lost now. So yeah, I'm a little concerned. I'm not gonna lie. Once we get out of this mountain, we're gonna be about level 5 or 6. Then we're gonna grab our mount. It should push us to 6.5. We won't quite hit 7. But from there on, we are on our own, and it's a very dangerous, very scary terrain out there. Everything is a super high level. It's scary, you know? But I'm doing it for content. Everyone's seen the Riverlands 1,000,001 times, and I'm just happy to be playing a fighter in a phase with a bunch of other people. Man, I honestly can't complain no matter how rocky the start was. It's honestly been a clean launch, though. I will say on Ash's end, they did an incredible job. There's been no lag, no crashes, there was no queue to get in. None of that. Everything was just through and through a clean launch experience, except for a 1-hour delay, which isn't bad. For Ash's terms, I mean, it's been worse before, believe me. There's the Ember Spring. There's a bunch of starter quests in this room. This is also where you start the equivalent of Sweat of Your Brow. I'm gonna grab all this. I'll see you guys once we're out in the world. But Phase 3 has started. I'm here to make content. Also, Rebirth Radio will be coming back. Check the link in the description. When this video's up, there will be nothing there. But next week, there will be the first podcast back up, and we can talk all about Phase 3 there together. So yeah, welcome back. And while you're in the description, check out the other content creators. Give them a chance. A lot of people are uploading content in Phase 3, and they've already uploaded. Some of them are uploading way before me, so if you need more Ashes content after you finish this video, the description will have you covered. Let's get into it. You know, I may not be happy about it, but I gotta give them their props. They actually fixed a bug report that I put in before this went live for Phase 3. Intrepid has been working hard. Like, I see a lot of people giving them a bunch of crap, okay? If anyone's critical of Intrepid, it's me. But don't hate on this Phase 3 launch. This has been smooth as a bean, and they fixed a bug I was angry about. Not angry about, but I reported. You see here, equip yourself with a set of harvesting tools. I have to go back to the starter zone because I assumed it was the same as on the PTR, where you only needed to equip one of them, and for some reason it auto-completed. Just like later on in the equivalent Sweat of Your Brow out here, you have to gather all these resources. If you just gather one, it auto-completes. So I'm assuming they fixed that too. There was a lot of just blanket auto-complete quest steps for doing one step that looks like they're fixed now. I didn't grab the hunting bow and the fishing pole because I just assumed it was still bugged. But back we go. Everyone in my group doesn't have it either. We're going back as a team. Together. All right, it's going to be a long trip back, but what the heck? We're 50 minutes in. Time doesn't matter anymore. Time is a concept. Okay, well, I may as well turn lemon into lemonades. This is the starting zone. Someone's trying to friend request me. What's up, Cicada? This is the starting zone, if you haven't been playing the PTR. A giant ancient tree underneath an incredibly huge mountain. Let me see if I can find some bats. There's the bats flying. There's really nice detail if I just hide the HUD here. It's a beautiful starting experience. So yeah, like I said, no Intrepid slander. We don't tolerate that around here. As long as they continue to cook, I'm gonna defend them. No! There's no way your name is Agility Hype OSRS, and you took my granite! If you're undecided on what skills you want to get to apprentice or potentially journeyman, I would strongly consider fishing. If you haven't been keeping up with all the crafting recipes on here, is that a hunting bow? I don't have the requirements to perform this. Is it because I'm not level 1 anymore? Did I grief myself, or did the game just crash? No, I think I griefed myself. But if you haven't been keeping up, you need fish oil for so much, man. Can I loot this? Dude, I griefed myself. I'm not level 1, so I can't take... Okay, it's alright. It's alright. I was talking to myself for 40 minutes. What's another 5-minute delay? Let's run back out there. I'm sure there's extra tools. I'm sure they thought ahead, right? So there were tools up here once you exit the mountain, which is really nice. I thought that was an oversight by the devs, but I got all my tools, and now let's see if they fixed... No, they didn't fix it. Dang it! Okay, still no slander allowed, but I bug reported that like 6 times. You saw I just chopped a tree, and it counted for me harvesting snowdrops, granite, and the hemlock logs, which is kind of silly, but I'm not complaining about it. It really does help me save some of the time that I lost due to my own incompetence. So let's go back into the mountain and complete this, and then we get to... I think we might get our mount now. I'm not sure. It's the Ram, which was like 160% speed, which you kind of need out here because everything's so deadly. But Steven bent the knee to everyone in Discord complaining, and he lowered it to 135. So it's back down to where the horse was. I'm not happy about it, but at least with a lot of people out here, I can use them as cover to potentially escape and or train. Okay, so over here at the Stable Master, we should be getting our mount, and then we're home free. 13.3k XP and some glint, which we can go ahead and sell to the nearest vendor, which I think is just over here, unless they moved them. Equipment vendor, here we go. We got to sell our glint because we're going to need all this silver to do other quests, which we need to process stuff for. Well, also while I'm here, let me buy some satchels. Novice satchels are all you get nowadays because the apprentice ones have to be crafted. I'll pick up maybe... Whoa, wait, why are rations so expensive? 81 copper? No, there's no way. This is not a 5-star restaurant. This is potatoes and a pig foot in a bag. I got 10 rations and I'm sticking with it. I nearly fell out my damn chair looking at that cost. Okay, I'm gonna buy herbalism and mining. We'll go ahead and purchase that. You can keep the rations. This guy's unstucking here. He doesn't know that it kills him. Wait, hold on. I gotta see this. You don't see him unstucking? I do. Bye. Yeah, that's a pretty brutal anti-fast travel countermeasure right there. Wait, no way. Yeah, it's only 6k XP, but I got a second ram. I mean, I'll take it because this one's probably gonna die. I'll have 2 rams. I wonder if they share a cooldown. No, that's a bug. That's a bug. We didn't test both sides on the PTR, so I can't be mad. I didn't personally bug report that. God, I just had a near-death experience and inflation's hitting me hard. I'm honestly just gonna opt to press X and rest naturally instead of using a ration. I'm treating these things like gold until further notice. I do have a quick complaint though. We've been running around the mountains non-stop. This is a solid basalt and granite mountain, and there is no mineable granite out here. So far we've passed level 10 and 20 resources. No one in my party has found a piece of granite or basalt to mine, or not that, I know there's no specific resources. A level 0 resource. No one has found that to mine yet, and we need, you know, quite a lot of that to do all the beginner crafter quests out here. So it's annoying. I'm not gonna lie. We did give feedback on this in the PTR too. It might be intentional. I don't think it is, but there's just nothing to mine. Like, this whole mountain is rock and there's nothing to mine, man. So you get a fairly substantial amount of early game XP simply from quests that make you craft your gear. So it's a great way to knock out XP as well as gear up. I think it was really well made, but I do want to highlight some differences in the crafting system. You can see the rarity seems to be literally random. I think you have equal odds of getting any rarity up to heroic. Or maybe not heroic, but definitely up to rare. I was getting more rares than I was uncommons and commons. But anyway, you come over here to the crafter, and now even just to mill lumber, standard wood into lumber, you need a reagent called sanding powder. And they're not cheap. 30 copper each. It's definitely not cheap. So I'll go ahead and pick up maybe 5 of those, because my quest currently says craft an iron hearth longbow, shortbow, or spellbow. So now I need to find the carpentry station and see how much of what I need for that. I would take a longbow, 12 eastern hemlock. Okay, so I need more of that. And longbow's final touches. I'm assuming you buy that. Snowdrop threads. I have plenty of snowdrops for me and my friends. Okay, I've got plenty of snowdrops on me. That's good. Okay, that was very expensive and a lot of inventory juggling, especially when you get the reagents and now you get wood chips from processing timber, which is really cool and all. But man, they don't give you much base to work with, especially here in the early game, which, you know, it's kind of cool also because it incentivizes you to get higher tier bags and emphasizes the value of higher tier bags, which only go through crafting now. So you can really see Steven's vision of a crafter-driven economy coming to life here and giving everyone purpose and value with what professions you choose. And I personally can see a glimmer of that vision coming to light already because I'm annoyed. But it's time to create our longbow, which is going to use quite a bit of timber and snowdrop threads. 75 copper craft feet. I'm at 72. And let's make our longbow. It might be higher than 231 because, like I said, the rarity is a little loco out here. 251 with 19 strength on it. And now we can also talk to this guy and finish our quest for 3k XP. You see how it all comes together? We just have a little patience. I'm not gonna lie, all of these rams have been sitting here for like 15 minutes. Everyone's just waiting on processing and we're all broke. It's kind of miserable at the start, but you get a gist. Like I'm saying, it's a really well-made first-time user experience. You definitely can get a feeling of how systems work and get rewarded with gear and XP along the way. I'm gonna let it headbutt me just for the visuals. That is so cool. They did a good job with that. It's just not so fun when you're next to a cliff. Well, that's the first annoying bug we've encountered so far. The ticket, or rather the clue for the Old Stones quest, is underneath the table. It's actually underneath the ground entirely. And there's no like keybind to go prone or anything to get closer to the click box. We can't really interact with it. They do this a lot with things that are supposed to go on tables. I remember a couple episodes ago, I was interacting with a map inside of one of those Ashen Haunt buildings in the Riverlands, and the map was under the table. It's like the table physics must just be really difficult to work with in Unreal 6 or 5.6 this version's in. So we're crafting our main hand weapon now, and the biggest annoyance of the day so far has got to be, I don't know who designed this, the crafting stations up here in the anvils. I was one timber short of crafting my weapon because we kept dying on the road and we're trying to manage resources as a team. We died a bunch, lost a bunch to the ether. So you craft your weapon over here, right? Hammer Rest Trades Outpost. I'm one timber short, but the closest timber station is all the way over here at Bonfire Trades Outpost, which is where I am. So to craft that one timber, gotta go back and forth, risk dying. It's like a 15-minute commute. Really not a friendly experience, but we have everything we need now. I crafted 3 just because I was here. Probably gonna need it anyway. And there's nowhere to bank out here, you know what I'm saying? It's annoying. So now on my base mount, I gotta run back. See, look how dangerous this is. Oh my god, you gotta watch your back everywhere you're going over here. Oh, brother, this has taken so much longer than it needed to, but we're ready. We're ready to craft our weapon. I'm not even sure this was efficient to do. I probably should have just went to go kill mobs with a group. But we're making a spear. To be more specific, an item.gear.weapon.spear. That's the one we're making. Make sure it's the physical variation, Iron Hearth spear. Got some blue tendonite, so I can't be too mad about that. And some green hemlock. It should be a green spear. Maybe a blue spear if they're feeling generous. We got the final touches. 75 copper craft fee. I have that. Please. Okay, it's green. But hopefully it's a high roll green. What are we talking? 206 compared to... How do I compare? 113. And it's got strength on it. It's got dexterity as well. Pretty good waterfalls. Pretty good fizz power. And I like the way the spear plays. First of all, it looks really nice. The two-handed axe looks pretty stupid in this game. I don't know if you've seen it. By the way, my character model keeps changing every time I log out of the game. It's like, what's the point of setting a character model if it's just changing? Say that now. That man Jorkin just got jorked. But these are new players. They don't know the mechanics. This is just basically a crystal golem, but, you know. Oh, God, he's really bad at dodging that stomp, though. Nope, Jorkin died. I knew he was gonna. I'm gonna swap to my bow for the rest of this. I don't want to get stomped like that. I think we got it. Wow, 5.7. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna lie, I giga omega high rolled on some copper. I was mining granite while we found a new tank because the last one died and left, and it took a while to refine a tank. Even on day 1, tanks are obscenely rare. We desperately need that summoner in here with the tank summon to sort of fill things in. But like I said, I giga omega high rolled. I got 10 heroic copper. 2 rocks in a row gave me 5 heroic copper each. I don't even know the odds on that, but I said no way I'm losing that. I gotta work with what I got. We don't have any storage sheds here, so I have to store it in the furnace. If I put it in here to convert it down to fragments, at least I can't lose them, you know? I'm not gonna lie, these reagents are a hefty tax on top of what already is a quite expensive crafting system. Look at that, 350 craft fee for that. Throw 1 Western Larch in there, boom. I can't lose the copper anymore. That's what I really cared about. I can sell the rest of this to the general store while I'm here, because death is an almost certainty while you're out here in the anvils. So I'll keep the fuel actually. It's nice to have some fuel on me. But other than that, I'm going to be wrapping up here. So thank you for joining me for a realistic day 1 experience on phase 3 of Ashes of Creations Alpha 2 test. It's a bumpy ride. It's not fun all the way around, but overall they did a very, very, very good job with this phase. And I'm having fun. And I think it's going to make really good content. So I'd like to thank you for joining me. And I'll see you guys next episode with hopefully some new POIs that are level 10 plus. Because we should be getting there at least. We should definitely be getting there tonight. That's what I'm trying to say. Gotta run back now. The team's waiting on me. I just didn't want to lose that copper. See ya.